Good morning. This is Bobby Dupre with the Bobby Dupre Show, presented to you each Thursday morning at 7 a.m. And of course, many of you are watching it on cable television. Some in the local Opelousas area are getting to watch it on your old-time antenna type of reception, and of course many of you today on the internet. And we welcome all of you to the Bobby Dupre Show, and my sidekick here, Andrew.
Well, good morning.
I'm wanting to pay you the whole 1 hour today.
I got the first block for sure.
Yes, sir.
I'm get a quarter.
You'll get a quarter of it, and a quarter of zero is still zero, but it feels good that you've been acknowledged.
You were listening close. I said I'm going to get a quarter, figuring I might sneak a quarter out of it, but you shot that down fast.
Oh, I shot that down right away. They don't pay me, how can I pay you? But anyhow, we enjoy what we're doing, and we appreciate the fact that when you see us, most of you have a compliment to pay for us. Others are anxious to tell us that you enjoy the program, and it feeds our soul to come and do it again and again and again. And of course, I was very fortunate. I was able to complete 36 years on radio. And when KSLO went Spanish, well, then that knocked us out of that. But at least I had completed the December was my completion of my 36 years. So quite a record, twice a week for many, many years. And at the end, the last, I guess, 11 years have been on
television.
Television, and also on internet and also on radio. And so anyhow, we enjoy doing the program, and let's get in. And I like to start just to make sure we don't miss anybody. I just talked to Joey Doucette, so why don't we
we can do that right out the gate. Dixie Storage, all your storage needs, personal and commercial. Dixie Storage can help you.
Can I stop you just a minute? He was having problems while I called. We didn't get to talk as long as we wanted to talk. It was, Port Barre was that section of town where they have all their big, huge operation in Frisco, serviced by Intergy, which is a good company. I'm sure by the time we talking now, he's probably back on, hopefully.
Had a lot of high winds this morning.
But the computer, you know, everything is generated off computers today, your telephone system and everything else. So anyhow, we thank you, Joey, and sorry that I bothered you. But go ahead and finish up.
All right. Storage, that's what I was saying when you said, can I said, what am I saying? No, I can't say no. Storage throughout St. Landry Parish. They can help you with locations in Port Barre, Opelousas, and Washington. They've got everything from a small unit, if you're looking just for a real small unit, put a handful of things at your home. If you're a businessman, you can put some of your business supplies there. You put things as big as your RV, your boats. They've got electricity. They've got climate-controlled units. They've got warehouse space where they can load in the big docks. They can get railroad spur access as well. They've got their sister company, Dixie One Trucking, that can move your inventory around from place to place, finish delivering loads for you if you're a trucker as well, with access to the Walmart distribution center and all the distribution centers along I-49 and 190. And don't forget about the sister company, A+ Glass, with locations in Lafayette and here in Opelousas that can handle all your personal and commercial glass.
And talking about Port Barre and Washington, for that matter, they are publishing a newsletter, and January, February, every quarter, and they call it the Town Talk in Port Barre, and of course the mayor is Gil Savoy, and the town clerk is Toria, and the town attorney, of course, is Pat Morrow, and Dion Boudreau is the chief of police. Todd Abshire is the superintendent. Robert Wolf
is the
engineer. With Morgan Goodwin Associates is the engineer. And of course the town council is Donald Robin, Ken Marks, Polly Pickney, Richard Mobile, and Dr. Paulie Sharkey. And so I enjoy receiving this quarterly, and it's nice to get back with their constituents. And over in Washington, the same thing holds true there. They put out a very nice in and about, they call it Washington, and it shows about the church being rededicated and honors the Garden Club, sales tax collection, give you a synopsis on that, curfew action, postpone, things that are happening that are of interest, and I want to compliment those two towns for sending this to me.
How you like that?
Number one, and I think it's a good idea to stay in touch with your constituents.
You got it. How about
Transparency, they call it today.
transparency in government? I like that. That's a good idea.
They're fussing at our little governor. He's not wanting to do too many. He talks like it's transparent, but it's not. I don't know if that's true or not, but I'm reading it in the paper about this transparency.
The newspapers sue him a lot to try to get the information, but he don't budge.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
That's where the problem comes in?
Well, I mean, they're trying to get the info.
You know, I'm kind of acting dumb here.
That's what I hear.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of newspapers, Mr. Georges is looking at buying the Advocate. Did you hear that?
I saw that.
You and I were trying to figure out who the man was.
We thought it was Benson.
Because Benson had talked about maybe buying the Picayune. But Mr. Georges, with a lot of people know him with the Imperial Trading Company.
Yep. And I know him because he used Imperial, or I guess he had Imperial
Before
Trading.
we did, yeah.
Before we did, because I think I think it was
Imperial
his
shirt on
grandpa
today?
that started the
Correct.
company as a small. He was an immigrant from another country.
From Greece.
From Greece, and came in with no money at all. And today it's a major billions, $2 or $3 billion, maybe $4 billion
Per year?
of sales a year. This Imperial
But
Trading.
he's interested in buying the Advocate, and I think part of that is his New Orleans connection. You know, he's in New Orleans, and of course a lot of light being shone on the fact that Picayune went to 3 days.
Well, then he would really make a hit with all his stores that he furnishes if
He could provide the papers too.
Put the paper and have a daily so they can advertise their products.
One hand washes the other in that deal.
Now we're sitting down here talking and figuring at the same time. So we're not.
This is what we do when we're not on the air.
We're not on that same kind of conversation. Nothing that'll ever get us known as scholars.
Right.
But
we usually can figure out the business side.
But we're interested, and that creates a lot of answers to the questions.
Well, it's good, and it's good as Louisiana ownership.
Yeah.
I like that idea they would stay. You know, the Manship family has been a wonderful family for Louisiana.
It's probably a done deal at this point for them to...
it's probably just putting the financing together, how they're going to structure the finance, and usually is how that goes. Because you don't need FCC approval for anything like that. You're not a broadcast.
You don't believe?
I don't think. If he owns a
well,
TV
they
station,
would anyhow.
he'd have to.
Yeah, but
I don't think there's any problem.
Today, you can, they bought us out. They didn't have to too much trouble.
No, it was pretty easy. How about Piggly Wiggly? While we're talking about all the grocery stores, Piggly Wiggly, go down there and you get the pork steaks, $1.49 a pound. You get leg quarters, $3.99 a pound. You can get, strawberries. 2 1-pound packages for $4. How can you go wrong? And bananas, 2 pounds for $1. I know you like your banana for breakfast.
I like the banana every day.
3 locations.
My potassium. 2
in Opelousas, 1 in Simsport, Louisiana. They do catering as well. The pig knows best.
And what about this honor that Buckwheat, he continues Grammy Award winner. He's already a Grammy Award winner.
Buckwheat Zydeco.
And he's a Zydeco legend, which means that he's a living legend. And his name is actually Stanley Duval Jr. Mm-hmm. And he's immortalized. He's still living, huh?
Still living, sure.
Okay. On a new poster for the 2013 New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival. How about that? These Zydeco musicians are really, really getting Louisiana, and more importantly, Acadiana, South Louisiana, recognition around the world. Thank all of you for going out there and always mentioning where you're from. And they're proud to say they're from Lawtell, they're from Palmetto, they're from Karen Crow, north end of...
He was not a Zydeco man. He'd been a blues and a funk guy.
Yep.
The 70s kind of funk is what he would play. That heavy bass and all that. And Clifton convinced him to join his band and play keyboards in his band.
It's all in here.
That's when he exploded. I mean, that's when people realized how good he was. And he learned how to play the accordion after that. I mean, he didn't even know how to play the accordion. So, I mean, he's a talented guy.
Anyhow, we love to try to promote the South Louisiana in particular, because that's where our roots are, and this is where our sponsors get their business primarily in South Louisiana. So we try to make sure, and I've done that all my life. I'm going to talk about it. I'll show a picture a little later when we show some pictures. We're going to show some pictures pretty quick.
Okay.
What about the Runners Ball?
The Runners Ball that benefits the Veterans Memorial here in Opelousas, the big memorial they're going to build on Highway 182. It's called the Acadiana Runners Ball Victory for Veterans Run. It's going to be over at Evangeline Downs. It's this Saturday, February the 2nd. The run's going to go from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. They're going to have a 5K, a 10K, and a 1 mile. Just show up at Evangeline Downs. You can get all fixed up there. If you just want to be a spectator, it costs you $5. I think Horace Trahan and the Olsen Express will be playing, so there'll be good music, good food to eat. You can give a call to Mr. Elliot Mars or Brock at 945-9159, I believe is the number to reach them at. And don't forget also, Evangeline Downs Friday night's going to have a special on rooms. The Evangeline Downs Hotel, for $99, you can get your room. Call 407-2121 so that and just let them know you're part of the run, and they'll give you the special deal.
How about that? And talking. Oh. I got a nice letter. That's what I wanted to say.
All right.
A nice thank you letter for the donation I had made to Keith and
for cancer research.
Yeah.
To Ginger Mars.
To Ginger Mars.
She's heading up the
sent me a
fundraising.
beautiful handwritten thank you note thanking us and what we do here and everything. So they're good local people, and let's try to help them. And they've done a lot of help.
Let's say LHC Group, all your home health care needs, all you need from the nurses to the equipment, they can handle all that. The therapists at your home as well. They've got hospice care, palliative care. They've got the Health and Wellness Center here on Heather Drive. And don't just think about them here in Opelousas.
They've got a tennis court that they're
building
just about
more
ready
tennis
to
courts,
start.
yeah,
and
yeah.
then now they must be doing additional parking.
Correct.
They have people around there. It's like that. They must give away something every day. Get that many people over there.
And it's all about.
Well, they give good health away.
That's right. All about helping people. That's their slogan.
I want to thank everybody for all their calls and the text messages and everything, the cards that I received from a happy birthday, which was last Friday. Thank you all so much. Yesterday, my little godchild, Elise Ray, Skeeter and Janice Ray's daughter is my godchild, and she sent me a fig pie that had just been cooked. It was still warm.
There you go.
So I had to take a little taste of it. But the rest of it, I'm going to keep it for the weekend. But thank you, Elise. That was Elise. I wonder if she made that or Mama made that. Are the young ones today?
Oh, she knows how.
And then she's working for a cooking company. She's now doing promotion work, which is marketing, which is what she studied at UL. Another UL graduate working locally in a good position to grow with a growing company.
And I want to apologize to you because the cake I got, I knew wasn't your favorite cake. I tried to get a white cake, and I couldn't get a white cake.
Oh, I like that.
Because we know white cake is your favorite.
and I want to say that I stopped by. I missed my sister-in-law, Normally Dupre, John's wife. I've missed her recently on 3 previous occasions, and but I got her yesterday. We had a nice conversation, and she's doing well, and she says she's kind of, finishing up all the closing of all the things that John took care, her husband, my brother, took care of, and she's got them under control, and she says hello to all of you.
We're going to have to take a 1-minute break, folks. We're going to see y'all on the other side of one. Good.